Hey, what's up guys? Christian here for Kriscoart. Welcome to the second episode of our lighting workshop that we did in collaboration with Aperture. Today we're talking about augmenting practicals and getting the most out of your household lights. So we're gonna start talking about practicals just because that's another thing that we also have readily available. Kevin is actually gonna be showing a few tricks with how you can really make the most out of the practicals with different light bulbs, that sort of thing, and also how to augment them with actual lights.
You still want to rate it 3200?
Yeah, no, let's go 56. Let's go to, give me 43 actually.
Yeah. So 4300 Kelvin kind of gives it in between look here.
And let's lose the 4 by bounce.
It lets the lamp, which is 3200 Kelvin roughly, stay a bit warm, and it lets the light at the back, there you go, it lets that stay blue as well. So you kind of have that color contrast you can work with. So you definitely don't have to set your white balance at either 5500 or 3200. I mean, set it to anything, whatever looks best, really.
Okay, so Gavin, could you do me a flavor?
Yes, indeed.
Could we rock, let's do right here.
Set the camera? Cool.
Yeah, and I guess this frame on the lamp, the right frame, and then give me a little blinds if you could too. And we can walk in a little close. Let's go ahead and save the 300D.
All right, camera on the move here.
So the first up is, well, that sucks. No, it's not the worst thing ever. So I want to bring out, can I get a lamp squeezer? Obviously, 1K squeezers readily available. Get them at both rental houses. If you don't want to shell out $100, this can save you a little bit of time and money. For $11.97 at Home Depot plus tax.
What a bargain.
I really, really like Home Depot, more than I probably should. Yeah. But anyway, so this is a lamp squeezer. I've heard them called slider dimmers, yada, yada, yada. But really simple. It has a 300 watt incandescent limit and then a 150 watt LED and CFL limit. So quite a bit. You do need to make some minor modifications. You need to snip off the little rubber pieces right here that you can see on the top. And then obviously you want to file down and snip off your polarized side so you can pop into zip cord. And then I also like to add a little, I like to write on here 0 to 100, 300 watt limit, and then I put a little soft side Velcro, so if I need to hide it somewhere, paper tape, hard side Velcro, right up there. So it makes it a little easier to hide. So we'll pop this right in line. Currently I have a PH 211, so that's a 75 watt bulb. And if you don't know anything about photofloods, that's what it is, photofloods are very close to 3200 Kelvin, so if you're balanced at 3200 Kelvin, the bulb's going to appear white as opposed to a little yellow. Yeah, and then can I see that full up on the dimmer?
There we go.
Nice.
That's full right there, thank you. So yeah, so that's pretty close to white. So obviously it's a little toasty, but if you look at the brick there, see that appears white. Can I get a 60 watt bulb? So I'm just going to get a traditional incandescent 60 watt bulb. We'll see that real quick. And we'll swap this out and we'll see just the difference. Cool, so obviously,
there we go.
A little warmer. So, if you're going to dim, you could just use practical. It's not a huge difference, but if you want pure white, it's good to have. I like photofloods. I think they're a little more durable in general than your traditional 60 watt bulb. Grab that PBR, you guys, if you could. Normally I use PBR cans because PBR is the best cheap beer. It says, hey, I may be broke, but I still care about you. So don't buy your friend's Natty Light is what I'm trying to say. This is a tin can. I cut, looks like a mullet. Huh? Yeah, PBR mullet. Okay, a little bit. Yeah, okay. Or you could use Natty Light and mullet. There, it's perfect. Anyway, so it's been cut. I also add a little paper tape so you don't cut yourself. And then I took the top here and I sort of hammered it out. So I guess it's convex instead of concave. Am I right? Whatever, the thing.
One of those.
Yep, so this is really handy. So right now, we hop on that dimmer real quick. Okay, so 100%? All right, give me 75. Yeah, I'll take that. So that's a little more reasonable, so we're not blowing out too much. So if I take my PBR here, I can pop it on the top, so obviously right away.
Oh, that's genius.
Yep. Great, so it takes a spill off the top and the sides. Go 100% on the dimmer. All right, it's blowing out. I like the background, let's say. That's not blowing out anymore. Bam!
Nice.
So I don't know. The first time I saw it on set, so I stole it from someone who stole it from someone else, right? They're like, oh, that's whatever, and I'm just like, no, that's fantastic. So I've seen them everywhere. A bunch of crews have them. Be careful. One, paper tape can melt, as it's starting to already. As the bulb heats up, it gets a little more fragile, and that tin, or I guess they're tin cans. I don't know. Anyway, the metal there, dink, pop, it'll pop. It's happened before. So you're dancing. You're getting a little risky there. Yeah, I mean, you probably could use that. It may, if it's more heat resistant, then go for it. Let's see. And then if I could get our bicolor panel over here. Yeah. So let's start right here. And let's start at full tungsten. Hit me. As much warm as I can get. Let's walk this in. Also,
Light in.
Yeah, we're at 57%. Let's cut that in half and make it 25.
There we go.
Okay, that's not bad. We're getting there. And let's have this fixture land. I'm going to put it right outside of frame. So let's, hop on the other side of that plant there. And let's get a 2x3 on a baby C-stand on standby. Okay, we're in. Come down a little bit.
Nice.
So let's boom down a bit.
And we added some paper tape, right? Or gaff tape?
Paper.
Paper tape on the barn doors to kind of mitigate the reflective nature of these barn doors.
Let me sneak in here.
Yeah, they
we
come
can
in
just
a
kind
bit
of
of a
shape it a
silvery
bit more.
side.
Pretty easy tweak if you need to do that.
Just a little frontal. Okay, so yeah, let's sneak that cider in here. So right now, obviously, this is sort of overwhelming. So the trick here is going to be sneaking this in to bring up his face without affecting the scene too much. So I'm getting, barely anything. That's not much at all. 0.5, and almost a 0.7. Okay. So I'm probably going to be, since it's nighttime, I'll probably be like about a stop, maybe a stop and a half underexposed. Do you have that remote, Gavin? Did it come magically come back?
Indeed. Yeah.
What percent are we at?
So that's 31% right now.
All right, just start coming down.
All right, here we go.
Hold that.
Right there. So that's 20%.
1, 2. Yeah, give me a bump smidge up.
A bit more than that.
Yeah. Oh, too many. Come down, come down. Hold that. Oh, 1/10 of a stop off. Make it 24. 1 point up. There we go. There we go. Great. Okay, so that's 2 stops under. It's a little bit off axis. Can you look down at the book? So we're still a little frontal. If we had a baby offset, I'd probably sneak it in a little more.
Yeah.
Let's come up on the lamp squeezer, just like 5 points.
There you go, you got that? Cool.
And I may even, right there, to help our cause out, I'm going to pull that off. So by doing that, I'm trying to essentially hide this. So obviously, that light's casting a shadow, and I don't like that. So I'm trying to merge the two a little bit. Ooh, yeah, there we go. That's more like it.
Just gonna walk this.
Maybe look just right down to your book for me. By that. So I'm just bringing my lamp left sider in a smidge just to try to keep it off the walls as much as we can. I say it's pretty doable. What's the color temperature on that?
On this light, it's 3200 right now.
Is that the bottom floor?
That is the bottom floor, yes.
Could I get, let's do a quarter CTS. We'll attach that on there. I just want to warm it up a little more. Obviously, since our fixture is not at 3200, I want to sort of help blend these two because these two lights are different color temperatures. And we can even see here on the wall, that's much warmer than this. And so I want to help sort of meld the two. And what I could do also is bring that up, stop down, and then make them both 32. But I really use the gel. 25s?
It's quarter straw?
Yeah, it's quarter
So that's
straw.
quarter straw.
So it gets us closer. It's not quite spot on. If I had half straw, I think that would be just the money. So that's sort of one way to augment it. And just some tips and trips. So lamp squeezers, $12, Home Depot, and there's bound to be some, little tin cans laying around you can use.
So I know that we talked about a lot and we unpacked a lot of information in this video, but there's a quick recap in the description down below so you can kind of look over those bullet points as well as all of the links of all the gear that we used. I would like to thank again my good friends Gavin Ash and Kevin Terrell for sharing their information with you guys. Hopefully you learned something from them. For more filmmaking videos, lighting videos, there's a lot of new workshops coming up, and if you want to stay up to date with what's happening, follow me on Instagram because I'll probably announce some new things there. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Chris for Kriscoart, and I will see you next time.